This lesson is going to be on scale drawings. First, we're going to determine what a scale drawing is. So in these two pictures, we have some drawings of a school bus, a quarter, and the subway lines around Boston. The first three drawings are scale drawings of these objects. The next three are not scale drawings of these objects. The reason why these are not scale drawings is because, one, if we look at the bus, a lot of the lines are curved. And we know in a bus, the edges are straight, like in the first drawing. The top has a little bit of curve to it, but then the bottom is straight, and the tires are circular. Here, we have a curve that a bus wouldn't have. Our tires look like they're different sizes, so that would not be a scaled drawing. The second one, the quarter, in the top one, we have the quarter. It has a nice drawing. It has all the words that go with the scale drawing, with the quarter, so it is a scale drawing. The bottom one, we notice the drawing isn't exactly accurate. It's missing the words on the side. And then for the last drawing, it says it's a scale drawing of the subway lines, but if you look very closely, this says bus routes. So this would be the drawing of the bus routes, not the subway lines. So a scale drawing is a drawing that shows an object accurately and all parts match the drawing of the actual object. So it's really like what we've been talking about. A scale drawing is a scaled copy of an actual object. So in this case, we have the school bus. Obviously, this isn't the actual school bus. It's not the actual size, but it's a smaller version, a smaller drawing of an actual school bus. Sizing the basketball court, we completed this in class, so we're going to skip that here. Now we're going to use the scale. Here we have scale drawings of the world's largest and tallest structures. So obviously these aren't the actual drawing, the actual objects, they're drawings of them to scale. And this part in our bottom here, this is our key, this is what we're going to use for the scale. So we can use a ruler to measure this. And when we measure, again, we're rounding everything to the nearest half centimeter or whole centimeter. This line is half a centimeter. So we know that half a centimeter is equal to 100 meters. So that means in my drawing, half a centimeter represents 100 meters. So now if I measure the Great Pyramid ends up being 1 centimeter long. So that means the actual Great Pyramid would be 200 meters long, because I just had to double my 0.5 centimeters. The Eiffel Tower, when I measure it, is 2 centimeters. So it's double the Great Pyramid. So if it's 2 centimeters, that means it's going to be 400 meters. The Willis Tower, when I measure it, that's 3.5 centimeters. So to figure out what it would actually be, I can look at my scale. So a half a centimeter is equal to 100 meters, but now I need 3.5 centimeters. So I know that 0.5 I multiply by 7. So I'm going to do the same thing to the meters, and I get 700 meters. The CN Tower is a little bit larger. That ends up being 4 centimeters. So that's 800 meters. And our last shape, when we measure it, the tallest is 6 centimeters. So again, if I have my scale, 0.5 centimeters is 100 meters, but now I need 6 centimeters. I'm multiplying 0.5 times 12. So I'm going to multiply 100 meters by 12 as well, and I get 1,200 meters. This is important because we're using different units to make sure that you're labeling your units. So the centimeters at the top, that's all in my scale drawing, but then the second number, the meters, that's going to be the actual object. So now if we look at the questions, about how tall is the actual Willis Tower? So we know that that is 700 meters. So that's the Willis Tower, about 700 meters. About how tall is the actual Great Pyramid? So the Great Pyramid, that's about 200 meters. And we used our scale. About how much taller is Burj Khalifa than the Eiffel Tower? So here we have 1,200 meters, and the Eiffel Tower is about 400 meters. So I'm just going to subtract those to see how much taller it is. And it would be about 800 meters taller. And now measure the line segment that shows the scale to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. Express the scale using numbers and words. So we could say that 0.5 centimeters equals 100 meters. Another way we could write it, 0.5 centimeters represents 100 meters. So it's important that you use your units because we're going to be dealing with multiple units.